they gon' know about us. Oh, they gon' know about us. They gon' know about us.
Hey everyone. I'm so excited. How are you all doing? Oh my goodness. I just finished episode. Why is my voice like that? I just finished episode 10 of You Who Came From The Stars, and the first thing I want to do is that ending was 완전 대박. Did I say that well? Whatever. It was 대박. It was awesome. Oh my goodness. I still have like all those feels over the ending. Let's start from the ending before we go to the beginning, because the ending was just too awesome for me to ignore it. Alright, I totally love the ending. How I was so scared when Minjun went with Ji-hyun, because I'm like, why are you following him? He can just kill you or like do something to you, and that's the end of you, and we won't see you again till maybe episode 15, because you just can't die, because that will be the end of the drama. Yeah, feel me, he's the alien. But yeah, so I was like, oh my goodness, no, don't follow him. But then he followed him, and then he got out of the car, and I'm like, no, stop, don't get out of the car. But he got out of the car, and when he got out of the car, and Ji-hyun was like, I'm gonna kill you, and he pointed the gun at him, and he remembered his past, and he remembered, not the past, but he remembered his conversation with Lawyer Jang, and how Lawyer Jang was telling him not to reveal himself ever again to anyone because it's risky. And I'm like, oh my goodness, so he's just gonna allow himself to get killed? Like, what the heck, right? That's what are you gonna come up with? But he didn't do that, and he disappeared, and then he appeared at the back of Ji-hyun, and I'm totally fine right now, and it's totally okay because it was just so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. Alright, I just love that scene. I love how he appeared in front of Ji-hyun, at the back of Ji-hyun, and he's like, dude, I told you, you can never kill me. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. Now I understand, because there's someone, one of the person that watches my reviews tweeted me. She was telling me about how she's like so crazed about Kim Soo-hyun right now after watching the last episode. I didn't know why, and I was waiting all the while to know like what happened. But now I totally get it, girl. I totally understand how you can be so crazy about him right now. Like, it's unhealthy crazy. I totally understand that. Oh my goodness, that was so cool. Okay, moving on from that. Now this week we saw a lot of awesomeness in this week's episode. So yeah, we saw a lot of awesomeness this week with Seung-gi finally confessing her feelings to him, and I love that they didn't like make us wait for that, and it just came out immediately. She didn't act like her friend Sammy, who waited how many years just to let Hui-kyung know that she likes him. But I like how Seung-gi is different, and she faces stuff on point, like at that point, so she knows if I should keep on liking you or I don't keep on liking you, and I move on with my life. So I love that she told him immediately, because that's also gonna help him face the reality of the fact that he's in love with her, and he doesn't have to feel any bad thing or start thinking too much about him being in love with her, because she is also already in love with him. So that was really cute though. I love that. And I loved how when she confessed to him, we're all wondering, is he still there? Is he listening? And in my head I'm like, did he teleport to her terrace? Is this when she's gonna find out that he's an alien? And then we just saw him. He was still on his terrace, looking all cool in his sweatshirt. Oh, that was totally awesome. Oh my goodness, I'm just fangirling. This episode was just so cool. But yeah, I feel now, but though I feel sad about Seung-gi being in his room, because the killer was there, and the killer can probably kill her or something. Oh no, he can't kill her, then the drama will end. But he can hurt her or something. So I'd really like to see how they move ahead with that, and what happens with Seung-gi. Who saves her? Does she save herself, or does he come and save her? So I'd really love to see where they go with that. I'd also like to see how they work on the whole issue with the prosecutor guy, because right now he was framed. Do Min-jun was framed, but I love that there was a camera in the parking lot, so the camera will obviously see that it wasn't Do Min-jun. But I just hope they don't take so many episodes before before the prosecutor finally finds out that there was a camera there, and he finds out that Do Min-jun didn't try to hurt him. So I'm pretty excited to see where they go with that. I also loved how her brother came to stay with her. Oh my goodness, I love her brother. He's like one of my best characters in the whole drama. I also loved how people were sending her texts about the bag, and so she put his number. She put what's his name's number Do Min-jun's number as her number, and he kind of still helped her out on it, and he was answering the calls and telling people her demands, and that was so cool before he finally demanded that she change the number, which she did. But that was really sweet of him, and I love that scene. Another thing that was pretty interesting and day back this week was when she wore her hot shoes. Those shoes are to die for, and she dressed all classy and all awesome, and she went to see her CEO Anne with Do Min-jun, and when they got there and Do Min-jun just like shut them up and she shut them up, that was so cool. So I really love that scene. That was just so awesome. I'm like, tell them, girl, you're still the awesome Seung-gi that we know and love. So that was really cool. Another scene that I really loved was when Do Min-jun put his coat over her when she was jealous and water was poured on her, Seung-gi and Semi, and he put his coat over her, and he later on was preaching to her about this world and etc that she needs to learn how to stand up for herself and all that. So that was really cool. I absolutely love this week. I love how she was trying to keep away from him and not keep away from him and still looking for excuses to see him. So that was really cool. Oh my goodness, I love this episode. What did you think about this episode? Tell me what you thought in the comments down below. I love how I also loved how Hui-kyung is beginning to be suspicious of his brother, and he's beginning to find out things. But right now I have a theory that Hui-kyung is probably gonna die at the end. He's the one that's gonna die. I have a feeling his brother is gonna kill him because he's gonna find out just too much about his brother. But I also have a feeling he's the one that's gonna let out all his brother's secret. So yeah, that's gonna be pretty interesting to see where they go with that. And I was so mad at Semi when she didn't tell her brother about Hui-kyung's brother possibly being the person that was going out with Yura. So yeah, I was really mad at her. I'm like, what the heck, girl? I liked you in the other episode a little bit, and now you just killed everything. But yeah. I love this week. I love the ending. I don't know if I forgot any other thing that was important, but oh my goodness, this week was totally interesting. I loved when she had the whole boom boom moment with her car. That was so cute and hilarious. And I really think her friend that works at the bookstore should be employed by her. She should totally employ Bokja to work for her. Bokja is like an awesome PR person. She has like her idea for the press conference was totally on point, and I can't wait to see that press conference because I have a feeling that press conference will be probably what will help Seung-gi come back on top again. So that would be pretty interesting to see. I love Man from the Stars. It's my favorite drama for this week, and I can't wait to see what happens on Wednesday and Thursday, as I know you all can't too. So yep, tell me what you thought about it in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe for more awesome reviews. And I can't get over the ending. Alright, from me to y'all, I love y'all. Peace.
Come on, I guess I'm just a misfit, huh? Yeah.